Hi, thanks for watching. In this video, I'm going to show you how to get your website onto the first page of Google search results, the search volume and traffic that the top sites are receiving, along with the amount of new leads that will be coming directly into your business. So to demonstrate this, I've done two searches for water damage and fire damage in LA, and I've taken the top companies in each area as well as your own and put their websites into this tool that I use, and it shows me all the information that Google finds on the site that it uses to determine your position in search results, and then rates its strength and trust on a scale of 1 to 100. So as you can see just from some of these numbers, why these websites are outranking yours locally, but let me go into a little bit further detail on what these numbers mean and how you can improve them. Now, when Google is trying to figure out in what order to rank a website, it uses two different factors. The first is what's called the authority or trust that Google has in your site, which is basically just a popularity contest. Now, this authority is gained when other domains or websites refer back to yours and then they create a link. And they act as an endorsement that Google uses to build that trust because others are vouching for you. Now, to just quickly define these and give you an example, if say the local news station did an article on their website that said the top 10 best water restoration companies in LA, and in that article, the reader could click on a link and it would bring them to your website, that would be considered one backlink from one referring domain. Now, there's a lot of different types of websites that can link back to yours, including any kind of blog or posting sites, press releases, maybe companies that you work with. However, one very important, powerful type is what's called a citation. Now, a citation is any time that your name, address, and phone number appear in an online directory. They include Yelp, Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau, things like that. Now, these directories are usually always free. It just takes some time to find them, register your business, and then input the information exactly as it's shown in Google. Now you can see how much trust and authority these companies have built by the amount of websites and links that have gotten back to them. But just something to notice here is it's not just about the quantity of these links, it's also the quality. So certain websites are more spammy than others, so we need to be finding authoritative websites to link back to yours so it can transfer some of that trust through the link. And they also have to be websites that are relative to your service industry. We can't have just any website linking back. Now, the second factor for ranking on the page is the content on your page. So if we take a look here at your keywords, these are all the words and phrases that are being typed into Google search that is being found on your website, as well as the volume, the number of times per month they're being searched. Now, this is where we do some research to find the highest volume keywords relative to the services that you offer and any areas you offer them in, and make sure that those are being found on your page. So for instance, water damage restoration Los Angeles. That's being searched 500 times a month. Right now, you're in the 34th position. You're moving down actually. So that's going to put you on the fourth page of Google. If you were on the first page of Google, 500 people a month would be seeing your website. Now, we're usually pretty conservative and we say about 10% according to Google Analytics. 10% of the search volume will actually become a lead to your business. So now you're looking at a potential of 50 new clients. Of that 50, I don't know what the actual percentage of close rate is for your business, but let's say only half of those actually get jobs done, become a customer. You could be looking at 25 new jobs per month just off of this one keyword phrase. And then we repeat that same process for all the highest volume keywords, so that way you can capture all that search volume and all those leads coming in. Now, obviously, each job is a little bit different as far as cost and profit margin, but you can see how just the sheer volume of them can definitely add up to some revenue at the end of the month and at the end of the year. Something to also note here is you can see that this is what's called the cost per click. This is how much people are willing to pay for somebody to click on one of their ads. So obviously there's some decent competition here because if somebody's willing to pay $142 every time somebody clicks, and out of 500, who knows how many hundred of clicks they're getting every month, that's a decent amount spent on just ads. So obviously there's some competition and quite a bit of search volume here for the services that you offer. Now, as far as being found for these services in search, there is a formula that Google uses to find the keywords on your site. So if we take a look here, the site is set up great. We've got all the information you can need at the top with all these menus. It's optimized for clicking to call, which is perfect. What I would suggest is a lot of companies end up having a form submit up here where people can input their information. If they're not looking to call you right away, like it's an emergency, they might just be looking to get some information. So this would be a great way to capture emails and things like that. As far as Google is concerned, however, it doesn't really care about the layout of the page. Being a computer, it's just going to come in and the first thing it's going to do is count all the words and text on the page. Now, it's usually looking for a minimum of about 1,500 words because it assumes that the more information you have, the more of an expert you are, and the more likely it is to recommend you. Now, while it's counting all these words, it's also searching for those keywords. Now, this is where the number of words on the page really comes into play because you're only allowed to have one of those keywords for every 100 to 150 words of text on the page. So the more services or locations you want to be found in, or keywords in general, the more content that has to be added to the page in order for you to qualify for it. So going back to our search results, the first thing that's going to come up is the Google Map Pack. It's a pretty important area to try to get into because a lot of traffic comes to these top 3 companies since they're at the top of the page. Now, to be listed in here is free. You just need to open and optimize a Google Business profile, which is part of the Maps app, so it can get done right from a smartphone. Now, to optimize that, there are a lot of things you can do, including filling out as much information as possible. So you've got all of the services that you offer, the areas of operation, the hours. Inside the business description, you're allowed 750 characters. We can put some keywords in there as well. Then you want to be taking photos that are geolocated and tagged within your service area, as well as posting onto the profile on a regular basis. You want to try to collect as many reviews, and then you want to get as many of those citations, your name, address, and phone number. You want to be listed in more directories than anybody else on this list. Now, underneath that, this is what we call the organic search results. This is where the more authority or trust that Google has in your site, the higher up in the list you're going to rank. So this is where getting more of those links or referrals from other websites will help you climb and outrank the competition. Once you are ranked at the top, then you'll be getting all that volume and traffic and all those leads coming directly into your business. Now, I hope this information was helpful and it shows how you can scale some of your online presence, but please feel free to reach out if you have any questions or if you'd like to go into any further details. Also, we could talk about some of your goals for the business and I could do some research to find out what it would take for you to reach those. I appreciate your time and look forward to hearing from you.